Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video we are going to show you what I did to help my son work on getting his driver's license and connect that to baseball cards. Before we get to that, let's take a peek at our stage. Andre Dawson on the 89 Topps. A really cool Jordan on an 86 Topps minor league baseball card repo make card. Next to him, 1983 Topps rookie card Ryne Sandberg, and a really cool 1962 Topps Ernie Banks joining us on the show today. Well, the main theme of the video today is my son recently has turned 16, and of course that means getting your driver's license. And in the state of Indiana, you need to get so many hours of drive time. And so I thought, you know, one day on a Saturday, we're going to help our son collect some of those driving hours, and we're going to see how many baseball card shops we can get to in those drive time. The answer? 4. We stopped at 4 different spots that sell baseball cards, and along the way, my son grabbed some driving hours and today has his driver's license, and I feel like we played a little part in it, and I'd like to show you what we found and the places we went to in one day. I think that's my new PR. 4 different stops in one day, and we brought home some baseball cards. So let's take a look and see what we found. We first went to an antique store, and we've gone there. We found some things before. I'd like to just show you here. We found a couple pages that were marked $1 per page. And if you look here, we got the Andre Dawson 88 Superstar card. And if you are fans of TCDB, you know, as I do, that the back sides of the cards are all different versions. And I'm also trying to build this set, so I thought, man, I couldn't go wrong with this for $1 for this page. And I did some digging and grabbed another one. There's some Corey Patterson. He's a Cubby minor leaguer. Really kind of panned out there as high, but a cool Rick Ankiel SP card. So for $2, we bought a couple Dawsons at one booth. And in a different booth, it was kind of the same idea. There was a 50-cent page. I'm sorry, a 50-cent sleeve. It's a Jose Canseco on the Expos. Anybody remember that? And there's also a backside. So there's a Manny, a really cool 85 Topps. I don't know the price there. Here's a Jason Romano for the Franken set. And I don't know. But I thought this was kind of fun. A couple 71 Topps for the set build. And I think they had a couple backsides. Yeah, so 5 or 6 cards for the 71 Topps. Pretty cool 69 Topps, and that also had a 70 on the back, and just a quarter card for a Cubby, and a really cool Sammy with the American flag. So our first stop, we didn't spend but I think $3 or $4, but nonetheless kind of cool. Our second stop was in a different town, also an antique store, and we've also found some things there before too. Here's what we found. Shiny new Joe Montana, Fred Warner, and I think these were double, no, McCaffrey. Yeah, I think this was a double. So for 2 cards for the McCaffrey for a quarter, it's like, I think I can do that all the day long. Here's an older Donruss card, but it also, and then I picked up 2 Gold Cup cards, Jackson Merrill and Mr. Paul Skeens. And a really cool 1989 Topps Greg Maddux. Just dropped this, but Bobby Witt on the 1990 Topps, pretty cool. And again, I think we spent $2 or $3 there at the second stop. So we'll just move on with that here. So stop number 2, antique store number 2. And we're moving on. We go to a third different town, and I actually found a comic book / card shop, and most of it was new and modern. So I did dig around and say, hey, would you have any vintage cards? Check this out. 1970 Topps Rod Carew. A really cool Gold Cup for the 1968 Topps Reggie Smith. How about this? A 68 Joe Morgan. A 1968 Willie Stargell. And probably my favorite card of the bunch here was this card, a $5 Pete Rose. I'm going to tell you the price here in just a second. And the best condition card that I'm shocked was in this pile, a Frank Robinson on the 71. Relatively clean. Great color. And so if you were to go through real quick, and he did pull out one more or less like a cheese box. He says, hey, don't worry about the prices. I'll make a deal with you. And usually when you hear that from sellers or dealers, it usually turns into way too much for me. Short story. So one more time, the prices were what you see: Frank Robinson 71, Rod Carew 70, the 68 run here, a Reggie Smith, really young looking Joe Morgan. Before I tell you the price, guess what he said? Oh, I don't know. How much would you say? We walked out of this shop for $20 for the 5 cards you see here. Sorry, for the 6 cards you see here, $20 total. Yes, please. That Pete Rose is just an iconic looking card. So our third stop was by far the most exciting. We found some really cool vintage. We found some cards that I think are going to go towards my set builds eventually. But to get some of the big names like that for $20 total, I couldn't believe that. So I have not been back to that store yet, but just for $20. So I think at this time, my son and I have been driving for a couple hours. Of course, we picked up some ice cream and we had to go do some other things, but for the most part, it was 3 towns, 3 stops, 3 purchases of some baseball cards. And our fourth and final was our favorite local card shop, and I have 2 bags worth. This is how we finished up our day. And again, what a cool day. I mean, it was just awesome. We talked all day long in between stops. We got lunch. I think we drove for like 5 or 6 hours, and we hit 4 or 5 towns. And in the meanwhile, I picked up some really fun cards. So let me show you what else we have. Here we go. Some Ernie Banks for the Cubbies collection. Shiny Ernie, 2 of those. Those are fun. I just love new cards with our favorite players from the past on there. I picked up a CC rookie prospect card. Here's a Jason Bartlett for my Franken set of Mr. Jason cards. Oh my word, check this out. Joe Carter rookie card, and we got it for $1. All of these are hard case. They were $1 buys. Joe Carter. A really cool Hideo Nomo, and I think I like him more every time. He was the first guy to come over and really get some results from the Japan major leagues, and so pick that up. Cubby autograph. Like I said, Corey Patterson. It was quite the Corey Patterson day. Autograph Corey Patterson. Jake Peavy, he was a Cy Young Award winner. He also pitched for our local minor league team. I just have a small little extra connection towards him. I pick him up when we can. I thought we'd send these to Justin down at 3 Good Nerds. It was just a Ranger jersey card for $1. Here's a little better name, Mr. Michael Young. Check out Justin. But Justin, what do you think? Do you have those? Do you want those? If not, I'll put them in a pile, but I got those for you. Miguel Tejada jersey card. Authentic game worn, it says. This one was the coolest, though. Check this thing out. Biggio numbered bat card. $1. So of the dollar stack, and the stack continues here, so I'm not going to put those up just yet. Going into the dollar, this whole set of Ken Griffey Jr., the set for $1. I think it has like 7 or 8 cards maybe, or I don't know. $1. Oh my word. Check out how cool these are. Here's a Reggie Jackson on the Permagraphics card. And still like a rookie card for $1 when you can. Here's the Paul Skeens Hobby Rip Night. Also Jackson Merrill, he played for the minor league team just down the road in Fort Wayne, so we like him a little bit extra. Here's a John Lester rookie card. He is playing for Boston here, but he did come over and pitch for the Cubbies when they won that World Series in 2016. Luis Robert rookie. Mr. Bo Bichette rookie. I just like him, and I keep picking up his cards for $1, and I don't feel bad. Here's an Alfonso Soriano on the Skybox for $1. How sick is that? $1 for the SP Manny rookie card. And then a really cool card, a Will Clark. You're thinking, I don't remember seeing this in the 1985 top set. Well, it's because it's not. It's one of these just fun cards that are made up outside of the actual top set. So they were all $1 in that whole stack. But that Joe Carter is like an all-time classic Cubby card. I have one more stack. They just kept coming, and let's see here. They've been sorted a little bit. I think that's a really cool insert set, the 3000 from a Fleer. I think it's, I don't know, but it actually depicts the number 3000 with the player name. And I feel like George Brett and Robin Yount are just forever linked with the 1975 tops. Yes, but I think of one, I think of the other. Really cool little set there. Here's newest Cub, Kyle Tucker on the shiny green something. Really cool Juan Soto. You can see the British flag in the corner there. Soto, I pick up some of his cards when I can. Here's Soto with the Yankees. He's kind of bounced around, but I just feel like he's probably a Hall of Famer in the making. Chris Bryant for my former Cubbies. I still feel a connection towards him. You can see that's numbered down there, but I still pick up Chris Bryant cards. Couple early cards for some old Hall of Famers in my early collecting days. Reggie Jackson. Steve Stone on the All-Star card. Cubbies announcer. I think these were the 50 cents because they're in the soft sleeve. So the Rod Carew 80. Eddie Murray 1980. Dave Winfield 1980. And I always think of this card. This was the card that was in Beckett for 1980 tops for me. Just an iconic card there. So 1980 tops, Mike Schmidt. Let's put him on top there, shall we? And our final, let's cut it into 2 stacks just because I don't think I can hold them that smooth. All right, let's see here. What our final stack is kind of twisted. So I have some players. I have some things here for a few people. Justin, again, here's a Don Mattingly. Do you need that? I just have a stack for you, like many others. If you do, I'll keep it in there. Here's our buddy BC. I got you 2 Mr. Joey Barts. One shiny, one of the Topps Gallery. Again, BC sports cards. Love him. Bart, do you need those? If so, they're in your pile. If not, okay too. I picked up a couple cards for the Jason Franken set. A shiny Jason Giambi Bowman Chrome. Here's a Jason Repko. Again, not too familiar with his work. Here's a Jason Cooper autograph. Looks like a Stanford college jersey day. And a Jason Wolf. So we keep picking up those when we can. We're just going to keep building those. The Jason Franken set. And we've got a couple cool Deons here. Again, for the quarter, I love all those. This part is kind of fun. When I mentioned the Fort Wayne minor league team down the road, they used to be called the Fort Wayne Wizards. And it's kind of funny on this design because it looks like they've taken like a computer processor and typed in the word Fort Wayne and an FW on the logo on his hat. But again, that's going to go in the local set. I am in love with these cards. I love the Mickey Mantle, and we're working on trying to get our very first playing days Mickey Mantle. But the set of his 59, here's the fame. I love that, the 53 there. Here's the 59, 1964 tops. That Beauty of a 65. I think these were all $1 a piece. And again, I just love seeing old players on new shiny cards. Really cool Roberto Clemente. I mean, what's not to like about this anchor? And that might be a refractor version. I don't know, but I love it. The Gold Cup collection, Mr. Prince Fielder. I think that's a weird Joe Mauer Bazooka rookie card by chance. Also in that dollar box. I have one Nolan Ryan we found. The 86 Leaf did not have that. I have a card. I have 3 cards left in this pile before I show you my final pickups. Really cool Jim Thome Gold. It's for our buddy at the Junk Wax Genius. Do you have that? I have that in your pile. Actually, these 2 cards are for our buddy Eric at the Card Closet. He has a connection. He grew up with Aaron Seeley. And again, I think they were 50 cents a piece. So Eric, if you need those, I'd like to send them your way. If not, that's okay too. And I think for me, in the final find, I just think I love finding cards like this. But a very odd finale for my trip today. But a couple Sandbergs. We love them, of course. Investors 92. This crazy gold thing. Again, new cards with the old players. I just can't get enough for a couple, I think, quarters. I think this was 50 cents. Mike Trout. I think he's going to be a no doubt Hall of Famer. And I really don't have many of his cards. So whenever we can, with a really cool picture nonetheless. But I think actually my sneaky favorite card here we found was an Ivan Rodriguez minor league card. I've really been into finding minor league cards of these Hall of Famers lately. So I thought that was just really fun and a really cool way to end a really cool day with my son. And so in review, my son needed some hours, some drive time hours. And if we're going to be driving around, we might as well make a couple destinations out of it. Let's go buy some baseball cards. So we drove to 4 spots in one day. I haven't done that since, and I don't know if I could find a 5th spot if I had to. So thank you really to him. He's the one that did all the driving, and I just thought it was a fun day. And it's happened a few minutes ago now, but it was just worth recording. And so thank you to the son of the basement card collector. Thank you folks for watching out there. And we will see you next time.